Breaking news from overseas. South Korea's parliament just voted to nullify the declaration of martial law that was made by the country's president just a few hours earlier.
Oh, that's great. Good old Asian efficiency. The president went nuts, declared martial law, the assembly overruled him, martial law over, and they did it all in a lunch break. All right.
Hey everybody, Erico here. So, with this topic, there's been things that have been really bothering me to the point that it's been irking me. And it has to do kind of like a continuation to the other video I did about South Korea and how they're spiraling out of control slowly but surely. Actually, not even slow anymore. It's a very fast descent as far as what's going on with their political climate and their president, as well as society as a whole and how they're taking this. So society is split. It's one side who's very much democratic and pro, liberal rights, and we have the other side which is very much like, let's just see how we can be very much opposed to everything that is very much liberal, and we're just going to be completely conservative as possible. I'm the type of person that I can respect everybody no matter what side you're on. What I cannot respect is when you play games in people's faces, and when we're to the point that you're supporting corruption and also manipulation of the people. So this is what this is, going back to their current president that was impeached and how that happened, how just the people had to band together. It was really crazy because they were trying to stop that, and the politicians had to literally climb over the wall to get into the place to vote to impeach this man because there was security blocking the way, and this security continued to play a part in protecting this man. Ooh, how did this man stay in his house for a week? Pretty much a whole week, and he wasn't arrested. How did South Korea drop the ball on this one? I looked, and one day he was still in his house. Next day he was still in his house. The next day he was still in his house. The day after that he was still in his house. And he had security blocking him. The police tried to go and tried to get him with an arrest warrant, and he was very much protected in his house. I don't want to be that person. I don't want to be the person to be like, use brute force. But at the same time, this was the same man that wanted martial law. So he wanted the people to be put under brute force and to be controlled. He wanted the military to control the people and stop the people from doing what they would call their civil liberties, right? So that means that why can't we use brute force on him? And this is coming from someone, I'm from the outside looking in. I'm not Korean. I am on the outside looking in. But still, I have thoughts. And my thoughts is, why couldn't he use that same brute force that he had as an idea toward the society when most of the society wants him out and they want him gone? So the police should have broke a window. In fact, had it been me and I'd have been in the police, I would have arrested all the security guards that were blocking the way. By the time I finished hitting them with the nunchucks and everything else I could put my hands on to get past them, they would have been so bumped up, bruised up, in handcuffs and taken away. This handling everything with kitten gloves and trying to be meek and mild isn't working. The man pretty much tried to take away y'all civil liberties. So, there is no being soft with this man. It's very much like, no, he has to go. And then on top of that, I am like, there were actually South Korean people that actually were for the martial law. There were actually South Korean people that actually were supporting this man. They're actually still supporting this man. So it's so confusing because we have this one department that deals with corruption cases that is trying to get a warrant to bring this man in to question him, to basically charge him. And then we have the actual regular police where this department's like, okay, the police help us. And the police is like, oh, well, it's not really lawful and that we need more evidence to really bring him in. So this department is like on their own basically. And they're like, we've been going to this man's house for days trying to get him to come out, and he won't come out and he's protected. So then what ends up happening is there is a whole clash between the people that are supporting this man and also the people that are not. And so it's become such a big thing. We have this man's supporters who are rioting, going in building, just tearing up everything. And they're doing a lot, and they're doing too much. Because, you know, it's just like, the man did what he did. Okay, if you want to support him quietly over there. Be peaceful over there like everyone else is trying to be. Don't go tearing up stuff because you know the man was wrong. And then I was speechless. Like, his supporters had Trump pictures at their rally or whatever the hell that was that they were doing. I saw a Trump picture and it took me out. I was like, okay, I'm over it. Like, they were talking about don't give Trump ideas. Oh no, Trump's all up in that. The Trump ideology is all in their movements and their plan and their thinking and everything. It's too late. I'm just like, wow, they real far left. And I mean, it is what it is. You love Trump, that's fine. I'm not here to be like, you know, you all are evil people or anything like that. But it's just like, it all makes sense. It's all coming together. So finally, this man was like, okay, you know what? People out here acting a fool. I'm gonna turn myself in. But then it's still like he's still playing games. He's like, okay, I'm gonna turn myself in, but no, you all still can't question me. I'm going to duck these questions. He's like, no. Then the department comes in and like, okay, we got like a set amount of days to like question this man. Tell me why this man is still ducking and dodging. I mean, he ducking and dodging so much you would have thought he was in a baseball game and somebody was throwing a ball and he was moving out the way in slow motion. He went to the hospital, stayed in the hospital the whole day basically trying to avoid questioning because the man knows he's wrong. The man knows there's corruption with him and his wife. The man knows that there's so much skeletons in his closet that it's just so deep down in there, down in the dark. There's so much corruption. That is what it is. You know, like, just talking about this man and all the stuff that he's done. Like, he's not a good person. He's full of corruption. A lot of people that support him are full of corruption. There's a lot of dirty, dark, nasty things that are going on in there. The people that are supporting him, though, I really got to question their mental states. I have to question them because what is with all that you all are doing right now? And then how were they so surprised that people jumped and were against this whole martial law idea? Like, you thought they weren't going to be? Do you see how South Korean people have been living? They're not going back to that time in history at all. They're not going to take that lying down. So yeah, like, these people out here, they're protesting. Everybody's outside. It is cold as hell outside. It's cold. And, you know, we got the police out there. The police being beat up. Like, nobody is safe. And these people are just like, okay, put this man in jail. Put his ass in jail. Simple as that. Put his ass in jail. Like, why the man is still running around? Put him in jail. Like, it should not have taken them weeks, 1 week, 2 weeks to put this man in jail. This man should have been drugged into jail. And, you know, like, it got to the point where they were like, yeah, we're about to forcibly take this man to jail. But it's like, day one, they should have done that. It shouldn't have been any leeway for him because he didn't give the Korean public any leeway. He didn't give the American people, the American government, the American president any leeway. They just went along with this idea, just threw it in people's faces and thought, oh, everything is okay. It's not okay. Like, this affects a lot of people. People from other nations are watching this. The Korean people are watching this. Nobody thinks this is okay. Only people that think it's okay are people that have their own agenda. And it's really deeper than that. It's not just about the martial law thing. It's other stuff that's in there too. Like, I just don't get why this can't just get itself together, because it's not that hard. And what's happening is, like, we have Korean people online talk about South Korea. South Korea is doomed. And it's like, I see it from the outside looking, and it's like, because it doesn't seem like that the overall picture can get itself together. It's like a puzzle piece that just cannot come together. And it's like, y'all need to get it together at this point. Like I'm coming from a place where, like, America needs to get it together too, like, big time. But, like, South Korea too, like, I expect South Korea to be a little bit more together, even with all of its problems and everything that's happened. But it's like, throw this man in jail, and so, like, everybody can move on with their lives. Like, South Korea is grieving. Right now, they're going through a whole lot. And then on top of this man is running around. He looking like a garden gnome that, like, need to be in somebody's yard. That's what he looks like. Like, just throw the man away. It's so disturbing, like, seeing all of the imagery, the dolls and stuff they had, everything they made up with the signs. It's disturbing. Like, I'm over this. I'm tired of seeing this in international news. This should have been done and over with, and I don't know why they keep prolonging this. I don't know why they keep bringing up all these laws of why the man is not in jail, and they have to go through all these different methods and processes. Throw the man in jail. Simple as that. Throw the man in jail. It's like, it's not that hard. Put the man in jail. Like, the Korean public does not want to hear all these excuses of why this man is still not in jail. And they need to throw all those people that were his supporters, that were doing the rioting and hurting the police, throw them in jail too. In fact, they can be in cells right next to him, since they want to support him so much. Throw them all in jail. Simple as that. You know, so we can be peaceful again. Simple. Very, very simple. It's not that hard. Like, this bothers me. As someone who's a spectator, it bothers me. It bothers me greatly. I don't like it, because it's signaling that corruption is winning in this society. And it's like, y'all got to do a little bit better than what you're doing. Like, y'all gonna have to get it together with all of this, because, like, y'all let this man skirt by. He's been skating by, and it's disappointing. Like, South Korea dropped the ball on this big time. And, like, I'm gonna say it one more time: throw the man in jail. Throw the man, dig a hole, put him under the jail. In fact, throw away the key. He don't never need to see the light of day again. His supporters that are acting a fool out in the street, either do the same thing to them. So this is a lot to think about, you guys. Follow my social media, mostly my Instagram. Also, blog news and pop culture. The link is always down in the description box below. And remember, be real, stay real, live in the real, and I will always be back. Stay warm, y'all. It is cold. It is so cold. So very cold. Bye.
All right. Everybody, get back to doing K-pop. Chop, chop. Dance.